Making his way to the cage tonight, Jasen Mayhem Kennedy out of Marty's Martial Arts with a record of 5-12. We had a chance to talk to him before the fight tonight. He's ready to go. He said he's got a great camp behind him, or he had a great camp. Got his brother and everybody at MMA behind him. He's just ready to fight. We've seen him before, and he's one that fights anytime, any place. When you got something like that, it's, you know, something good.
Yeah, and don't let the record fool you. Just because someone has a low number of wins compared to the amount of losses that they have on their record, don't let that as his opponent come in and say, this guy's gonna do nothing, it's a cakewalk. That's never the case. You always want to be prepared to face off against the best. And if you're not fighting the best, you need to fight who the person is right in front of you. And you know that Kennedy's going to bring it for this fight.
Exactly, and he talked about how, like I said, his camp's good. It seems to be ever growing too. I mean, as you see with the walkouts, they've got 2 or 3 more people added each fight. So, I mean, a big camp, brother in his corner, and we'll see what he's got tonight.
Let's go, Jason!
Making his way to the cage tonight, Markus the Lone Wolf Brems with the record of 1-1, representing MFS. And with the record of 1-1, he obviously wants to take it, get that next win and make it not so 500. And fighting somebody that's in there 17 times, like you said, just because he's got 12 losses, he's still been in there, 14 more times or 15 more times than you have been. So coming in, that's a little bit of a mental game right there.
Right. You never, you don't want to come in and sort of underestimate someone. And we got a great chance to talk to Markus ahead on our interview series at RiverCenter.com. But he's somebody who's exudes confidence, but he also has a pretty low key demeanor, and you always wonder if he's going to be able to sort of hit that switch and turn it on once he gets into the cage. And I'm guessing that he's trained extra hard for this. He has a great team and had a great camp from what he was telling us. So he's going to be able to turn and flip that switch once he gets into the ring.
He's very excited. He said to be fighting at the RiverCenter, and also too he's a personal trainer as well as a fighter. So nutrition's probably top notch. He's the one that trains people to get into shape. So I have to imagine he's even harder on himself in that category. And all that adds up, getting ready for the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 4th bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in our Featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighing in at 150 pounds. He trains with Marty's Martial Arts. Joining us from Rock Island, Illinois, Jasen Mayhem. Fighting out of the blue corner, he stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 146 and 1/2 pounds. He trains with Militant Fighting Systems and is sponsored by Caged Aggression, Fitness Express, River Cities Photography, and Time to Shine Entertainment. Joining us from East Moline, Illinois, Markus
Here we go as both fighters get ready for our 4th fight of the night here at Cage Aggression 10 Redemption. Jasen Kennedy versus Markus Brems. Markus Brems in the white shorts with black trim. Jasen Kennedy in the black shorts. Big, there's that switch for you.
Yep.
Big kick from Markus early on and some punches, and Jasen very intelligently ties him up quickly.
Right. And, you know, we talked about in other fights, or usually like to say the berserker mode. We've got to see a little bit of berserker mode right there from Brems.
Now, you know, I imagine he's heard that before as well. You know, you're a low-key guy and you need to turn it up, and he just did right there. And right now he's on top position right now. And Jason Kennedy looking for something off his back. Always working on jiu-jitsu at Marty's Martial Arts.
Right, and Kennedy has a wiry frame, so, you know, I'm guessing he's going to try to slide out a little bit if he can.
Big shots from above from Marcus again, and Jason looking to do an armbar, and there it is. He catches
really
it.
Nice transition there.
Right. You got to pull the arm out a little bit more, so right there, got to be careful with the kicks on the ground too. But, yeah, like you said, interesting frame with Kennedy. He almost has like a Miguel Torres type of frame where, you know, long arms, and that can be very distracting. Long limbs, kicks, you know, interesting angles and things like that.
I really hate to see Kennedy sort of, you know, release that arm bar when he did. You know,
yeah, it was a little early, but he didn't have it, you know, fully trapped. And right now, you know, like we said, Marcus doing a good job fighting off his back, throwing with some bad intent. Needs to get to one hip or the other right now, kind of flat on his back. You know, you'll always hear me say it's so important to get to one hip or the other.
And you think that with Kennedy having more fights, this is where his experience is going to sort of come into play.
And right there, Marcus looking for the choke and gets it.
Wow.
Wow. Kind of snuck that in there.
Yeah, really quick. You know, it looked like Kennedy was in control at that point in time, but Brems was able to slide up a little bit and, you know, get that choke in.
That quick choke, does a great job of pulling down on the neck and gets that. Wow, there's that switch you were talking about. First round submission. Yeah. Great job. Great job by Markus Brems.
Yeah, people, you know, maybe underestimate, you know, his demeanor and see him, you know, pre-fight, and, you know, he's real calm, real polite guy, and, you know, you kind of wonder if he has that desire, but he really proved it in this fight tonight.
And then he comes up to us right now and says, you know, submission of the night, very confident, and knows he did a good job.
Right.
And right now he's going around and saying, you know, what he needs to at the cage side people, and
referee Mike Smith has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 52 seconds in round one, declaring your winner by submission due to triangle choke, Markus
There you have it. Big congratulations to Markus the Lone Wolf Brems.